Welcome back, gamers. And this is the first episode of a new series on my channel called Let Them Cook. In this series, what we're going to do is we're going to go on YGOProDeck.com. We are going to pick one of the first decks we see, and we are going to build it in Edo Pro, and we're going to take it for a spin for a few games. That being said, let's hop right into the deck. So here we are in the deck section of YGO Pro Deck, and this is just the first page. There's no filters on or anything. So we're just going to see what we can find on here that, looks promising. I already see two things that look quite interesting. This first one here is we have a fun casual Evil Eye deck. The price is $16, so I have to imagine this is only Evil Eye cards. But this one looks interesting as well. This is the 2023 token deck. Tokens, question mark? Okay, maybe this is something. And then Generator Invoke DP. This also looks like it could be something interesting. But for the first episode of Let 'Em Cook, I want to do something a little special. I think something that's going to stand out is this token deck right here. I have hope. Let's see. So the description is break some boards, use some tokens, boost them up with United We Stand, 2 attacks with Scapegoat, and you win. Yeah, sure. This one looks fun. Looks like we could just blind second and, hope we get Scapegoat or United We Stand, or maybe, go first. We do have, Scapegoat, and we have Token Stampede. Our extra deck's looking a little rough. We do only have 2 copies of Link Karibo, a Serb, and a Phoenix, and a Unicorn. But it's okay. Yeah, let's hop into Edo Pro and let them cook. Okay, so here we are with the deck. So we have 3 copies of Lava Golem, 3 copies of Token Collector, 3 copies of Scapegoat. If you don't know what this card does, it's flip. You can special summon any number of Black Sheep tokens. 1 copy of Pank, 1 copy of Mind Control, 1 copy of Change of Heart, 3 copies of United We Stand. This is our win con. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. 3 Dark Ruler, no more. This is sort of a little counterintuitive, but I can see this being important if we need to break boards. 1 copy of Duster, 2 copies of Lightning Storm, 3 copies of Stray Lamb. So if you guys don't know what this card does, it's special summon 2 Lamp tokens, Beast Earth level 1, attack 0, defense 0. In defense position, you can also summon other monsters the turn you activate this effect. This is not a quick play, so this is going to be when we have to do on our turn. Of course, it is only defense position. 2 copies of Token Sunday. Destroy all tokens you control, then destroy cards on the field up to the number of tokens destroyed by this effect. So this is going to help us board wipe, especially under Dark Ruler. Not sure why we only play 2 copies of this card. This seems like one of our #1 board breakers, but, we're letting them cook. 3 copies of Scapegoat. This is definitely our win con here. We have special summoned 4 sheep tokens in defense position. They cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. You cannot summon other monsters that turn you activate this effect, but you can normal summon. We have 2 copies of Token Stampede. All tokens you in attack position gain 1,000 attack. Also, they cannot be destroyed by battle. 3 copies of Strike, 3 copies of Bottomless, 3 copies of Hollowed Life Barrier. Discard 1 card, you take no damage from your opponent's cards this turn. Also, your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Our extra deck, we're running 2 copies of Link Karibo, 1 copy of Nightmare Cerberus, 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn. And then we do have a sideboard consisting of 3 Ghost Bell, 3 Droll, 3 Cyclone, 3 Judgment, 3 Evenly. Yeah. This is a deck. I think the #1 thing I would change, right, is I think we definitely need 3 copies of Token Sunday. Maybe 1 more copy of Token Stampede, as well as maybe throwing in some copies of Raigeki in here. Maybe run those instead of Bottomless. Maybe cut Strike and Bottomless to fit those cards in. But otherwise, we're looking pretty solid. We're going to break some boards with this deck for sure. So yeah, let's hop right into the games and let them cook. Okay, so here we are with the first replay. The first matchup is against Nekroz, Dogmatika, Shaddoll. So this deck's basically going to be focusing on spamming monsters from the extra deck and sort of controlling the board. Of course, we are playing only 5 monsters from our extra deck, so there's not a whole lot they can do here. They're going to summon Maximus, send the Shaddoll, send Herald. Herald's going to search for the mirror. They did have a Fleur-de-Lis in hand. They set Schism, which is going to allow them to make a win on our turn. We're going to go draw phase, standby, main phase, activate Stray Lambs. They're going to chain Schism. They're then going to summon Winda. Winda is now going to lock us. We do get to summon all our tokens at once, though, which is nice. We're going to activate Token Sunday. Attempted to pop the Winda. This was a misplay. I forgot Winda could not be destroyed by card effects. Then we're going to go ahead and set 3 pass. They're going to go on the draw. They're going to activate a... they're just going to go pass. We're going to go draw phase. We're going to draw Scapegoat. We're going to set Scapegoat. Here that was a little odd because if they drew Duster, I was in for it. They're going to draw Kaleidoscope Path. Again, they're not attacking with the Winda, so we're just wasting. We do draw Dark Ruler, which is cool because if they can out our board, we can actually Dark Ruler and then follow up with a Lightning Storm or something. They're going to activate the Continuous. They're going to activate the Ritual. They're going to summon White Knight. Of course, White Knight does not get that big because we actually don't have many monsters in our extra deck. We only have a Link Karibo left. They're going to go ahead and send Herald. Herald's going to send Brown. We're going to use Brio to add Shirit. They're going to start attacking here, poking us for a little. Again, not attacking with Winda. Actually, I think they cannot attack with Winda because of Schism. But they haven't switched Maximus to attack. We're going to draw Token Sunday. We're going to pass. Token Sunday doesn't do us. I mean, Token Collector does not do us a whole lot here. They're going to activate Ecclesia. Ecclesia is going to grab them the Continuous Spell. Again, they're going to search for the White Relic of Dogmatica. They're going to activate Necros Ritual, summoning Trishula, and the game is looking like it's about to wrap up. We do actually have the Solemn Strike here, so we can negate the shirt. I was trying to go for the Trishula there, but of course they did chain block it, which is quite unfortunate. Sending my Link Kariba to the grave, getting some bodies on board. We do have a Scapegoat, so we actually do get to live another turn here by activating the Scapegoat. Of course, we're not going to take a whole lot here. With extra extend Entis. Entis popping our last back row, which is in the copy of Stray Lambs. They're pretty much going to clear up our board here and then hit us for 27 with Trishula. Going to activate the Continuous Cell, send Omega. Omega's going to allow them to put 2 cards back to their extra so they can keep going. We're going to draw Hallowed Life Barrier. This card actually does buy us another turn because they cannot deal damage to us this turn. So they're going to activate Nidir. We're just going to go for the barrier here. No need to drag it on. Omega's going to loop back the Herald, activate Matrix. Matrix is going to look at the extra deck, sending Herald. Herald's going to activate, adding a Brio. Activate Matrix, look at the extra deck. They're going to pitch Omega. Omega's going to put back the Herald again, looping those resources back into the extra deck for a follow-up. And we draw Bottomless, and that's the end of the game. We're going to start off here going first against Numerelia. We're going to go ahead and set 2 pass. These are 2 trap cards, hopefully to stop their plays a little bit. They do summon an Orochi, and then they pass. We passed. The Orochi was on our turn. You're going to Sweet Dreams, search for the Numerelia. They're going to activate Numerelia. Numerelia is going to allow them to put Sweet Dreams back. They're going to send Numerelia to the graveyard. They're going to activate Orla. We're going to strike this. We're going to Bottomless this one. Clear up their board a little bit. They're going to summon Eater of Millions, Numerelia. Numerelia is going to allow them to banish 2 cards to put their Orla back. They're going to for 23 and then 2450, putting us down to a measly 1750. We do have Lightning Storm, so we're going to draw, activate the Lightning Storm, clear their attack position of monsters. We're going to set 2 pass. One of them is a bait with the United We Stand. They're going to activate Gizmek Orochi, summon it back. They have extra. They're going to attack us for 2450. We're going to summon Scapegoat. We're going to preserve 1 monster here off the Scapegoat. They're going to clear 1 Scapegoat. We're going to draw for turn. We're going to get Scapegoat. We're going to set the Scapegoat. We're going to activate United We Stand. We're going to follow that up with a subsequent second United We Stand to swing over this Orochi. Now, what can they get to beat us here? Well, they would have to out our board. Let's see if they can do it. They're going to activate Small World, Numerelia, Ash into an Orler. They're going to Orochi. They're going to Tribute Summon the Orler. They're going to summon Numerelia back, banishing our board. Our United We Stands will be gone, allowing them to hit us for game with the big guy. Let's see the next replay. We are going first against Galaxies. We're going to set 3 and pass. This hit's actually quite strong. We do have the Lava Golem here. We're going to activate Solemn Strike, stopping that Galaxy Soldier. Of course, they do have quite follow-up because they do have that Galaxy Summoner who's going to bring back the Galaxy Soldier, allowing them to search for another Galaxy Soldier. Quite unfortunate for us. We are going to get Infinity here, which is quite tragic. We don't really like Infinity. We're going to fire this off to hope that they don't kill us. Pitching our Token Collector. We do have the Lava Golem. Hopefully they can end on 2 monsters and we can tribute them off for the Lava Golem. But no matter what here, they're going to end on a Nova. Okay, Nova Infinity. They're going to activate Infinity, targeting their own monster to suck it up, which is kind of crazy. I assumed they tried to get rid of one of our tokens, forgot it was attack positions, but they played around the Lava Golem, which was quite strong. We go Link Kariba here, which probably was not the smartest play because I forgot they could just take it with Infinity. Of course, we are just down a token now. They're going to swing, pass. We're going to activate Lightning Storm. Oh, no, we draw Lightning Storm. Going to draw for turn, Galaxy Tachyon Transmigration. Change of Heart. This is a good draw. We're going to try and Change of Heart away their Infinity. Of course, they are going to negate that. And we're just going to play a pass game here. We are now on turn 8. And then they're going to start playing. Now, this gets a little scary because, of course, this deck is quite strong and can OTK you out of nowhere. They're going to get Orbital. Orbital into Advancer. Advancer into Starleech Photon Blast Dragon, allowing them to get the Galaxy Eyes out. Galaxy Expedition to get Galaxy Eyes Afterglow. This is going to allow them to go into the new Prime Photon Dragon, which is going to allow them to deal a lot of damage as well as getting another Galaxy Eyes from deck. Now, this is way over lethal. Of course, they're just going to style on us and hit us for a game. And we're back with the deck. And it is rough. Lava Golem put in a lot of work. I felt like a lot of these cards didn't really do too much. I think a lot more board removal and Equalizer cards would be a lot better than cards like Strike or Bottomless, because you have cards like Scapegoat and Stray Lambs to allow and Scapegoats to allow you to live your opponent's turn with relative ease. However, having more cards like Regeki, Dark Hole, etc. Seem like they'd be very strong. As well as Hallowed Life Barrier. This is a weird choice. I get it also stops burn damage, but Threatening Roar I think is just better in this slot. That being said, I do want to edit the decks and show you guys what you should be playing if this is your deck and if you want to change it a little bit. So let's cut right to that. Okay, and here's the deck after we've made adjustments to it. The big things we did is we added some Kaiju cards here. Of course, Lava Golem being one of our main cards in that matchup, being able to out some of those monsters that are unaffected by card effects, as well as adding a lot more equalizers. Like I said, we added Raigeki. We're still running the 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Duster. This time we're also running 3 Dark Hole, as well as 3 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Again, we are just breaking our opponent's board and trying to go for a United We Stand token smash. We're also playing 3 copies of Threatening Roar. I did end up cutting Token Stampede. It was okay, but it felt like I needed a lot more payoff than just United We Stand. So in the perfect world, we're just going to be equalizing as much as possible until we can, you know, set a Scapegoat or activate a Scapegoat and a Stray Lamb or something to get that United We Stand combo going. In the extra deck, we actually did add a few things. We added 1 copy of Link Spider, 1 copy of Transcode Talker, and 1 copy of Access Code. This is going to allow us to have access code lines through linking into Link Karibo, linking into Link Spider, and then linking into a Nightmare, into Transcode, and then into Access Code. And that's just going to give us some more efficient kill lines. But yeah, that is the deck, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the first episode of Let 'Em Cook. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.